Alright, once again I think the regular greeting is called hello YouTubers. Today we're going to try something different. This is my very first review of a product sent to me by a company here in Florida. I believe it's out of Florida. It's called sportsbodies.com, and you've seen these all over the place. They're paracord bracelets. However, some folks haven't ever seen these things before or know why everyone keeps saying you've got to have one. You got to have one on your wrist. You got to have one around your backpack, wherever you have one. And simple design, some braiding, this nice little clip, and you can pop it into almost anything to contain. Put it around the handle of a bike, take it kayaking with you. But no one's ever seen these things online really just disassembled or taken apart. So when I got offered to do this review, I asked for specifically the parts, an unassembled one to come with it, the exact parts used to manufacture this. Remember, if you look enough at YouTube, you could probably make one of these yourselves, but like me, I really don't have time for it, and sometimes I just don't measure out the knots right. So I don't come out with the right size. They'll have sportsbuddies.com will have these things pre-measured out. They even have a little thing for you to figure out how to measure your wrist for which one's the right size for you if you're going to be carrying it around all the time. Let me show you the parts of this. You've got, of course, excuse me just a second. The rest of this area is pretty messy, so I've got to try to get around here. Obviously, you start out with you have 2 strands of 550 paracord, approximately 4 feet long. That's a lot. You can do quite a bit with that. All sorts of scenarios out there for survival. You can tie down wood to make a cord to carry with you. But what about the simple things? What happens when all of a sudden you go shopping, or you go to a friend's house, or you go to a garage sale, and you find something out there that you got to buy, but it's too big to fit in a trunk, or you barely get it fit in there, and you know what I'm talking about. You never have those bungee cords when you need them. You don't have anything to tie down. So this thing will hold down a trunk lid pretty easily. These things are rated for massive amounts of weight, military grade. You can use them as you can also use them for tying your shoelaces. Yeah, you busted a pair of shoelaces. You got 2 strands of this stuff, so you can at least match. 4 feet is enough to match up 1 pair of shoes with them. There's lots of projects to do with them. The other piece that comes with them, of course, obviously, are the little clips. Now, the clips, a lot of people would take them apart and they throw them away, but personally, a simple knot here. And let's see if I can find that other piece for me here. And I can't find it. There it is. So I've got this piece right here. But 4 feet isn't enough. So you take this other piece. Now remember, obviously these plastic clips aren't as strong as the cord, so don't be putting 800 pounds, expecting this thing to hold 800 pounds of weight. But I have used these before when we set up a temporary shelter. We had a rainstorm coming up in the woods where we were at this concert camping out. The only problem we had was closing the flap for the front, so to cut out light and cut out any rain coming in. So instead of tying and retying the thing again, we just use these as little snaps to hook them up and close them. And now it's shut. You can do a quick fix on clothing that way. You can create all sorts of stuff. But in either case, if this were, honestly, I've seen these things. Obviously I've seen these online all over the place. I just figured no one's ever seen what these things look like before they buy them, what they look like when they're taken apart. Now, the one thing is, sportsbuddies.com takes all that effort off of you. Off your shoulders. They have them pre-manufactured according to your size, whatever you recommend. They'll sell these in different colors. They already have some set up. You can custom order some colors. yellow and black, pink, purple. They'll send them out to you as you need to. They average, if I'm correct, they start out at least a minimum of, make sure I have this correct, I think they're around $8, something like that, to start with. They might have some special on. You might want to check out sportsbuddies.com again to see if they have any specials going on. But let's say you're just laughing at my video right now. You work these knots, you've done these things before, and you really don't, you don't see the profit in making one of these, buying one of these things, but you want to make one yourself. Well, sportsbuddies.com sells many different kinds and colors of paracord, and these clips. They have different. They sell the lanyard kits. They sell these clips. They'll sell you a pre-packaged kit if you want to. Personally, if I was to buy some from sportsbuddies.com, I'd most likely buy a spool of their red. I think the red color looks pretty neat, though it's kind of visible. But remember, these are more for these are either survival devices and you're trying to stay clandestine, or you got an emergency device, and you want to be seen. Red would be a nice color. It also looks pretty cool on some outfits when there's no craziness going on out there. But I would most likely order the cord first and start messing around with it. Like I said, I've had some experience before. I've done this pattern. It's not difficult to make. It's just time consuming, and if you're not the first time you're going to probably try to make one of these things, you're going to probably waste a couple good lengths of paracord because you probably didn't get it measured right. It's either going to be too short or it's going to be too long. Hopefully too long, so at least you have a finished product. If it's too short, you got to unravel the whole thing again and start all over again with a longer cord. So that's what I'm saying is they'll make it. They'll have it all pre-made. It's set up to go. Don't look at this stuff. I'm sure there have been times when you've had a situation where you couldn't find anything to strap anything down with. A simple handful of paracord could have fixed it. 2 4-foot lengths plus with clips. There's a lot you could accomplish with it. And I welcome comments on what you can do. I'm sorry if it sounds kind of drawn out on this one. This is my very first review of a product, by the way, so I'm sure I'm stumbling over a lot of what I'm saying. But I do hope you give sportsbuddies.com a look. If they do have any coupon codes they send me, I will put them on the front screen. You might want to check them out because they might give for promotion's sake, they may actually give out a few bucks extra off on it. But once again, something that I'm going to keep. Going to put in a bag. It's a little bit too big for my wrist, so I'll probably keep it around some other object, probably around my dune buggy or something like that. Keep it around one of the rails. Never know when you need it. A piece of fender falls off. Hey, tie it right back on till you get it back to civilization, and then you get to fix it again. But hopefully this has helped you guys out. I really was trying to give you an informative review here, but I don't expect any mercy from you guys on the reviews. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I do want to know. Please comment on it, your likes or dislikes. I will try to produce a few better productions for you later. Anyway, take care, guys.